Awaiting a president's decision, fields on both sides of the border are stacked with pipes. Once in the ground, they'll take crude from Alberta's oil sands to U.S. refineries, more than 800,000 barrels a day. The company building the Keystone XL pipeline says it's waited 5 years for approval, and that's long enough.
The oil sand production is going from about 2 million barrels a day today to over 6 million barrels a day over the next 15 years. So Canada needs to find ways to get that oil to market, and frankly, markets need to find ways to get that Canadian oil to them.
Mining crude from the oil sands requires huge amounts of energy, increasing greenhouse gases even before refining or consumption. Environmentalists say the U.S. president's pipeline decision should be part of a much larger plan to cut carbon emissions.
I think you see the environmental community realize strategically by addressing pipelines they can put pressure on governments and industry and force the conversation that still is not, unfortunately, happening.
Simply put, Canada badly needs the extra money that'll flow from the pipeline. Right now, Alberta oil goes to Midwest U.S. refineries, where prices are a lot lower than those on the Gulf of Mexico. Billions of dollars a year are at stake, and shipping the oil by train or other means just doesn't have the same economic benefits for Canada.
What Keystone will allow is for us to essentially double our production in the next 10 years. And that's important in terms of overall revenue, not only to the jurisdiction that I live in, Alberta, but also to the entire country.
This is where the newest phase of Keystone begins, if President Barack Obama agrees. After delaying a decision during last year's election, he's under pressure to make up his mind soon. Depending on who you listen to, either the fate of Canada's economy or the future of the environment hinges on the outcome. By some estimates, nearly 70% of all North American oil either flows through here or is handled by one of the companies involved in the tanks and pipelines behind me. That's a quantity that's set to soar if the Keystone XL project is approved and built. Daniel Lack, Al Jazeera, Hardisty, Alberta.